We thought we could combine different dinosaurs' DNA, but it all went horribly wrong!
Jurassic Park, you chaos effect.
We were surrounded by chaos mutations. Velociraptor, thrashing wings combined with ripping raptor teeth. We fell back to the Tridozer when Chaos Thrasher T-Rex! He turned our plans upside down!
Look for the mark of Jurassic Park, you chaos effect. Figures and vehicles sold separately.
Yo, what's up guys, I'm Mesozoic V, and today we are back with yet another Jurassic Park Chaos Effect video. So in the previous Jurassic Park Chaos Effect videos that we have made, you guys asked to see more. You guys loved how they turned out, you guys really liked them. So I am here to bring you yet another figure. So in the past, we have made the Stegospinus and of course the infamous Ultimasaurus. So in today's video, we will be making the Pachysaurolophus. So what makes this project really neat is that unlike my previous projects, this project is going to be a collaboration project between me and the 3D artist known as DinoCollector. So for anyone who might be unfamiliar with DinoCollector, he is a very talented 3D artist on YouTube and Instagram. He specializes in creature design, and I tell you, his work is absolutely phenomenal, so I highly recommend you checking him out. Both links will be down in the description below. So of course, we decided to come together and bring the cancelled Jurassic Park Pachysaurolophus back to life. So, what is the Pachysaurolophus, you might be asking? The Pachysaurolophus is one of the cancelled Jurassic Park Chaos Effect figures from 1998. Back in 1998, there was a Jurassic Park TV show that was in production called Jurassic Park Chaos Effect. Unfortunately, the TV show would end up getting cancelled by Steven Spielberg. However, the toy line would still surface to stores. However, unfortunately, the entire toy line did not make it through and a bunch of figures were cancelled. And of course, one of these cancelled figures was the Pachysaurolophus. Damn, so I'm like recording this video outside and a big ass hawk just flew over here. So yeah, got National Geographic right out my backyard. Wonderful. So as for a quick overview of the Pachysaurolophus, or Pachysaurolophus, I believe you could pronounce it that way too, is a small green theropod dinosaur that is a hybrid between Pachycephalosaurus and Parasaurolophus, or Parasaurolophus if you prefer to pronounce it that way. Something that's also quite interesting about the Pachysaurolophus is the fact that when the style guide was recently leaked, we can actually see that it was going to have the Mobile Command Center color scheme. As for why they decided to switch it up, I don't know, but something interesting to note. Alright, and here is the Pachysaurolophus final design. By the way, real quick, I'm sorry if I sound like I hesitate every time I say Pachysaurolophus. It's because I'm trying not to say Pachycephalosaurus or Parasaurolophus, whatever. I'm sorry, my brain cannot comprehend the name Pachysaurolophus. It does not sound natural. I'm having a hard time. By the time this video is done and over with, I'm going to be saying Pachysaurolophus every time I say like Pachycephalosaurus. I can't do these stupid names. I give up. Okay, so as for the Pachysaurolophus, as you can see, I'm not going to go into like the boring detail stuff, but this figure took us a few attempts to get correct, but luckily we were able to land on this finalized design that worked with each other. The joints were all good, they looked good. So yeah, here is the finalized design. Of course, it looks just like the Pachysaurolophus that we see in concept art and the leaked images. So yeah, this thing is honestly really good looking. So of course it is consisting of different pieces. You got the arms, which goes into the arm sockets. Then you got the legs, which goes into the leg sockets. And then you have the tail, which plugs into the back, which brings the whole figure together. Alright, and here we are in the engine creation lab. So here is the Pachysaurolophus, all supported and everything, and ready to print. I don't know why this leg is really small. I gotta fix that. I just now realized that. But yeah, overall, he's ready to go. So let's send him to the engine creation lab. Screw it, just send it to the 3D printer. Alright, we are back at the desk, and as you can see, since it is Hybrid October, we got the leaves back out, and as you can see, here is the Pachysaurolophus. It is finished printing, and honestly, this figure turned out really good. I am impressed. You got the scaling going on. This figure looks a lot better than I thought it would. The detailing came out really nicely, and the joints work just as fine. I'm genuinely impressed with it. So yeah, here is the Pachysaurolophus. Really nice looking figure. As you can see, it even stands on its own. But of course, how can we have a Pachysaurolophus when it's just all gray? We gotta paint this guy, so let's go ahead and let's start the painting process to truly bring this figure back to life. Alright, and here is the Pachysaurolophus completely painted. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm no Marco Makes, I'm not great when it comes to painting, but I think this figure turned out not too bad. Of course, the only image that I had to reference was a very zoomed in, blurry image of the original figure, so it's kind of hard to see what it originally looked like with all the detailing. But as far Has it looking like how it should? I don't think it turned too bad actually. I think this looked pretty good actually. Of course, I got the black underbelly underneath. I try to replicate the patterning as best as possible. I also got the dark green scaling going on the top. Of course, the head has that like exo skull looking dark green coloration with the yellow accents. I didn't know what to put for the eye, so I just put black. You can't actually see what its eye looks like due to how blurry the image is, so I'm just assuming it's black. And then of course you got the crest. The crest, I will admit, was very difficult to do. With that, I am not good with stripes. I apologize, but I mean, at least it's not too bad. But overall though, I say this is a pretty good figure. And of course, when you compare it to the other Chaos Effect figures, it fits in pretty well actually. In fact, here it is compared to the Stegospinus, which for those of you who don't know, this figure was believed to be released alongside this guy in a 2-pack. So if that's true, then here you go. The set is now complete. Look at that. They are reunited 30 years later. How majestic. Alright, but besides that, that was the making of the Pachycephalosaurus, or Pachysaurolophus. I apologize. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd also really appreciate that too. And of course, I couldn't have made this video without the help of DinoCollector. So please go check out his YouTube and Instagram. Go follow him. Go subscribe to him. I'd really appreciate that. He makes some really good work and he would appreciate that too. But yeah, besides that, hope you guys enjoyed this video and see y'all next time. Peace.